Thanks for joining. आज का न्यूज today's date is June 20. Today's date is June 22nd. अभी हाँ गुड मॉर्निंग रोल साहब. इंडिया में टाइम है 8:03 AM. ज़्यादा न्यूज़ है नहीं एक्चुअली. हर जगह पे मोड़ी मोड़ी वैसा ही न्यूज़ दिखा रहा है. So I will go through some of the news which I have. The Punjab Vigilance Bureau officials grilled former Congress MLA Kuldeep Vaid for at least 5 hours in connection with disproportionate asset cases. Disproportionate asset case में ex-MLA Vaid, Kuldeep Vaid record statement before the Vigilance Bureau. Plant-based courses of millet stuffed mushrooms menu for Prime Minister's state dinner at White House. Punjab Pollution Control Board team raided the factory and seized plastic cups and glasses for the environment's sake. राजस्थान राज्य में विकास की पहिया रोकने में बीजेपी कांग्रेस सहभागी है, आपने बोला है ये. PSPCL meets its all-time highest demand of 14,960 megawatts on June 21st, हरभजन सिंह ETO ने बोला है. Incentives worth 300 crore to be given for encouraging electric vehicles in Punjab, Laljit Singh Bhullar ने बोला है. Punjab Chief Secretary instructs Aadhaar enrollment of children up to 5 years of age at Aam Aadmi Party clinics. Goa compensation scheme scam with Punjab Vigilance arrested Kharar Horticulture Department officer Vaishali, 17th arrest in the multi-crore rupee scam. Punjab में Agriculture Department launches crackdown on dealers selling spurious pesticides. Agri Inputs debars the sale of 7 dealers in Gurdaspur district. Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann on Wednesday dedicated upgraded renovated Baba Banda Singh Bahadur District Library Sangrur to the people for spreading the knowledge and among people. आम आदमी पार्टी ने प्रशासन को जगाने के लिए सनौली रोड पर किया योगा. पानीपत हरियाणा उत्तर प्रदेश में जाने वाले एकमात्र मार्ग सनौली रोड जो कि पिछले काफी लंबे समय से टूटा हुआ है. द डिजाइन बांग्लादेश में आलो clinics बने हैं, which is based on the Delhi's Mohalla clinics. The design of this model draws inspiration from Delhi's Mohalla clinics, changing urban healthcare in Bangladesh. Gujarat model appears to prioritize high growth at an expense of low wages for workers. The RBI data reveals that Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, both governed by BJP, have the lowest daily wages in India. बिजली की कटौती के खिलाफ आप यूपी में करेगी जन आंदोलन. 22 जून को होगा राज्यव्यापी आंदोलन. Fewer Indian pharma plants get US FDA action notice in 2023 so far. Allocation of 6 gigahertz without auction to cause 3 trillion losses, says COAI. Chairman posts are vacant in 6 of the 11 public sector banks, some for 2 years. Banker said that RBI officials agreed on the issue of compensation but said such matters are to be decided by the government. UCO Bank, Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of India, Indian Overseas Bank, Indian Bank and Central Bank of India do not have a non-executive chairman. UCO and Bank of Maharashtra never had a part-time chairman since the process of splitting the chairman and managing director posts started in 2015. Allocation of 6 gigahertz without auction to cost 3 trillion rupees loss, COA. Allocation of spectrum in 6 gigahertz band without auction would result in potential loss of over 3 trillion to National Exchequer, telecom body COAI said on Wednesday. The Cellular Operators Association of India said that the government should earmark the entire 1200 megahertz of frequencies available in the 6 gigahertz radio waves band for 5G mobile service, as telecom operators need those to deliver 100 megabyte per second download speed and 50 megabytes per second upload speed to subscribers. Delayed rains cause for concern, but revival is on cards, experts say. Long way to go. Federal Reserve Chairman Powell points to more rate hikes. US offers Skylar armored vehicles and M777 gun upgrade to India. July 24th को Home Minister Amit Shah will convene All India meeting to talk about Manipur violence. Fewer states account for most of the commodity exports in India. Value of merchandise exports by states and UT total 15 देखा जाए तो गुजरात 60.59 value of exports in billion US dollars, 60.59 billion US dollars, Maharashtra 58.38, Tamil Nadu 26.15, Andhra Pradesh 16.84, Uttar Pradesh 16.34, Karnataka 15.14, Haryana 11.59, Odisha 10.23, West Bengal 8.97, Telangana 8.79. Next, Delhi 7.59, Delhi 7.59. ये 2020-2021 का डेटा है. अगर 2022-2023 का डेटा अगर देखा जाए तो दिल्ली 8.17 है मर्चेंटाइज एक्सपोर्ट बाय स्टेट्स, गुजरात 146.49, महाराष्ट्र 72.5. Gujarat is the largest exporter of petroleum products, chemicals among others, engineering goods, petroleum products, gems and jewelry, organic and inorganic chemicals, and drugs and pharmaceutical are among the commodities that form most of the exports from India. In 2022, these five commodities accounted for 65% of India's total merchandise exports. Here is a look at the contribution of the states towards these major export commodities. Engineering goods, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu are the major share. पेट्रोलियम में गुजरात हैज 81% शेयर ऑफ टोटल एक्सपोर्ट्स. इनफैक्ट गुजरात में 146.49 बिलियन यूएस डॉलर्स में 124 यूएस डॉलर्स कंप्लीटली पेट्रोलियम प्रोडक्ट से ही आते हैं. However, this growth is largely due to increase in exports by Gujarat because of the presence of large refineries in the state. The state has a near monopoly in the export of petroleum products. Out of 165 billion US dollars worth of petroleum products exports by India during the 3-year period, 134 USD is by Gujarat. Karnataka is distant second with 11.8 billion US dollars of petroleum products. Gems and jewelry में Maharashtra and Gujarat contribute 88% of the value of the exports. Organic and inorganic chemicals में Gujarat has a major share followed by Maharashtra. Drugs and pharmaceutical में Telangana, Maharashtra and then Gujarat account for 52 to 56% of the total exports. Over 130 civil activists demand transparency in ongoing FTA negotiations. El Nino likely to hit Rabi crops, says forecasters. Congress versus BJP over EC's Assam proposal. A draft proposal for delimitation of Assam's assembly and parliamentary constitution has sparked a blame game between Congress and BJP. Congress has said that the Election Commission could have waited for the Supreme Court hearing on July 25th before publishing the draft proposal, while Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi alleged that his Lok Sabha seat has been dismembered by political motives a year before polls. Assam CM Hemant Biswa Sharma welcomed the proposal and accused some people of trying to rack up communal issue. Kaliabor Lok Sabha seat, Congress bastion represented by Gogoi since 2014, will now be called Kaziranga according to the draft. Aam Aadmi Party to run Gujarat-like campaign in Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. PM Modi invites Micron to boost chip manufacturing in India. Government may table Cape Town Convention bill in monsoon session. The proposed bill will give primary to Cape Town Convention in case of conflict with any other local law, primarily the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Cape Town Convention is a global treaty to increase financing and leasing of aircraft, engine and spare parts by reducing the lessor's risk by enhancing legal predictability in these transactions, including in the case of airlines, insolvency or default. New rail road links for industrial corridors will be new rail and road links for industrial corridors. Center has identified critical infrastructure gaps across the proposed industrial corridors in the country and has drawn up a plan to provide rail and road connectivity to overcome this. To address this concern, 24 new railway and 50 new road projects have been identified. The assessment found that just 10 nodes were connected by a national highway with a 4-lane road connecting to the NH. There are 28 road projects spanning 523 kilometers for bettering access to good roads from industrial corridor nodes. Of these new identified projects cover 306 kilometers. इसमें धोलेरा, दादरी और नंगल चौधरी 3 nodes बनेंगे. Online fact checkers may need to register with government. इसके लिए एक bill place कर रही है. The registration plan could be carried out in phases, with fact checking units of legacy and reputed media companies being allowed to seek registration in the first phase. Government is also saying that in the Digital India bill is expected to classify who are going to be the fact checkers. Only these people can only fact check if there is any kind of fake information or fake news is happening. As part of the government plan to seek greater transparency with regards to the data that is being sent by the government and greater accountability for them, the government is going to now decide who is going to be the fact checkers going forward in our country. Senior government officials said that all the fact checking units have to register with the government, and government will not allow anybody who is not registered with the government will be allowed to do any fact checking. Modi Mitra certificates. Modi Mitra certificates for minorities. BJP outreach program starts today. On Wednesday, party will give away Modi Mitra certificates to around 150 Muslims in Deoband town, the largest center of Islamic studies in the city. With key states going to polls later this year and Lok Sabha elections scheduled next year, the BJP minority wing is stepping up its outreach program by distributing certificates to those who appreciate Prime Minister Modi's vision and initiatives. On Wednesday, the party will give away Modi Mitra certificate to around 150 Muslims in Deoband town, the largest center of Islamic studies in the city. Deoband function will also be attended by invited beneficiaries of central government programs as part of the new mission launched by BJP in January this year to reach out to minorities and take Modi's message and welfare initiatives to build a prospective support base among them. With regards to the Gandhi Peace Prize that is given to RSS Gita Press, Congress Lok Sabha leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has said that he was never consulted. For that, Union Culture Minister G. Kishan Reddy Wednesday rebutted Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary allegation that he was not consulted on Gujarat Peace Prize despite being a jury member, saying information about the jury meeting was conveyed to him multiple times by the Ministry of Culture. Chaudhary, however, stuck to his stand that he had not received any invitation. In a series of tweets with clippings, Reddy said it is disappointing to see someone like Chaudhary with stature of leader of opposition stoop this low to further his political agenda and lie about such incidents. Government may reopen windows for key PLI schemes. Production linked incentive schemes. Government is considering reopening the windows primarily to attract large global firms. The move follows the realization that the reason these global companies, including those in the tech space and high-end manufacturing, haven't joined the scheme is the mismatch between the short periods for which the scheme was made available and time taken for corporate decisions. Revenue officials go on mass leave to protest the Vigilance Bureau report in bribery cases. आपको पता होगा कल 48 revenue officials have been listed in a secret vigilance report saying that these are all the corrupt people in Punjab. इसके लिए all the revenue officials in the state of Punjab have gone on mass leave to protest against the Vigilance Bureau report on bribery. Latest GDP estimates and government propaganda barrage. The estimates of India's GDP for the fourth quarter of 2023 was released on May 31st. These show a growth rate of 6.1% over a fourth quarter of previous year, which is higher than 4.4% growth that the October-December quarter has recorded over the corresponding quarter of the previous year. Taking the year 2022 as a whole, the growth rate of the GDP over the previous year comes to 7.4%, higher than 6.8% expected earlier. The fact that the GDP figure has turned out to be a shade higher than the expected earlier makes not an iota of difference to one's assessment of the current state of Indian economy. It still means that between 2019-2020 and 2022-2023, even ignoring the lockdown-induced sharp drop in GDP that occurred in 2020, the compounded annual point-to-point growth rate of GDP comes to a meager 2.85. It was 2.7% on the basis of the earlier fourth quarter expected growth rate, but it is meager 2.85. If you see the compounded annual point-to-point growth rate of India from 2019-2020 to 2022-2023, it is going to be it is going to be 2.85, and it is still the case according to almost every observer that in 2022-2023 growth rate cannot be sustained in 2023-2024 because of the slowdown in the growth of various components of the aggregated demand. The fact that Indian economy is being afflicted by stagnation is thus quite undoubtable. Um, the government, true to its character, has unleashed a propaganda barrage on the basis of the latest GDP figures. Its claim is that India is now the fastest growing economy among the major economies of the world, and that this fact testifies to this step handling. The GDP in real terms in 2022-2023 is 13.37% larger than in 2018-2019, but the unemployment rate, according to the data made available by the Center for CMIE, Center for Monitoring of the Indian Economy, it was 6.3% in 2018-2019 and climbed up to 7.9% in March 2023-2020. After Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh has become the third country in our neighborhood to become afflicted by serious economic crisis. It has asked for 4.5 billion loan from IMF, apart from 1 billion from World Bank and 2.5 to 3 billion from multilateral agencies and donor nations. Ironically, Bangladesh was being hailed just a few months ago as a success story of development, and indeed, according to many development indicators, it has made remarkable progress. Female literacy has reported increased to 73%. Infant mortality rate has become half that of Pakistan, from which it has seceded in 1971, and its Human Development Index was higher than that of India, Pakistan, and several other countries. Delayed rainfall slowed down sowing activities in Karnataka. The monsoon, which generally arrives in the first week of June in Kerala, was delayed. The delay in monsoons have resulted in a setback of agricultural activities. Sowing has taken place in only 10% of the cultivated land. The most farmers have not started sowing the kharif crops due to the absence of the rainfall. इसके कारण क्या difference होगा? Despite a goal of sowing 1.54 lakh hectares of land in Chikkaballapura, only 152 hectares have been sowed so far. In Bengaluru, rural sowing has taken place in 71,268 hectares during the monsoon season. Ragi has been sown in 59,100 hectares, maize in 8,136 hectares, tur dal in 948 hectares. Punjab government moves to bring a policy for decriminalization of drug use. Decriminalization of drug use. Taking forward the commitment of Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann to treat every drug addict like a patient and deal with them sympathetically, Punjab government is willing to bring a policy for decriminalization of the drug use, says Punjab Health and Family Welfare Minister Balbir Singh here on Wednesday. Decriminalization doesn't mean that drugs will get legalized. It will continue to remain legal. Under this policy, drug addicts and or patients of the substance use disorders caught with meager amount of drugs will be sent to de-addiction centers for their treatment and rehabilitation instead of putting them into jails, while maintaining that drug smugglers and peddlers would be dealt by police with iron hand. A Delhi Gurudwara Committee President has said amendment to Sikh Gurudwaras Act in Punjab is not acceptable to anyone. ऐसा उसने बोला है. I will not use Punjab government helicopter in future, announces Governor Purohit. Punjab Governor Banwari Lal Purohit hits back at Punjab Chief Minister on a helicopter comment. Governor Banwari Lal Purohit addressed the media in response to CM Bhagwant Mann. Governor added that our aim is that the government should run well. I will not use helicopter till I am in Punjab. Visited the border area in which the officers of the Punjab were also with me. CM commented about it. Rora, bichara. 100 e-buses idle away at the depot while Delhi grapples with transport crunches. These buses are part of the 1500 electric buses that are to be inducted into the city's fleet by the year end. अभी इसका inauguration के लिए date ढूंढ रहे हैं. So, a Gujarat model appears to prioritize high growth at the expense of the low wages for workers. RBI reveals that Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, both governed by BJP, have the lowest wage. मैंने बोल दिया ये न्यूज, इसका पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन बता रहा हूँ. Male agricultural workers in rural areas of Madhya Pradesh receive a meager daily wage of just 217 rupees, while in Gujarat it stands at 220.30. 220 rupees, which is below the national average of 323.2 rupees. What is particularly surprising about these findings is that Gujarat, despite being a relatively prosperous state with significant industrialization, still maintains such low wages. अगर वेजेस के हिसाब से अगर देखा जाए तो मध्य प्रदेश 217 रुपीज, गुजरात 220 रुपीज, उसके बाद ओडिशा 269 रुपीज, उसके बाद त्रिपुरा 278 रुपीज, उसके बाद उत्तर प्रदेश 288 रुपीज, महाराष्ट्र 284 रुपीज, बिहार 290 रुपीज. States with the highest wages per day are Kerala 726.8 rupees, Jammu and Kashmir 524.6 rupees, Himachal Pradesh 547.6 rupees, Tamil Nadu 445.6 rupees, Telangana 426.96 rupees. Rural construction workers fare considerably better in terms of wages, with Kerala leading the way with 837 rupees, followed by Jammu and Kashmir 519 rupees, Tamil Nadu 478 rupees, and Himachal Pradesh 462 rupees. In this also, Gujarat lags behind. Gujarat rural areas people are earning something like 208 rupees. Gujarat is home to approximately 28.65 lakh agricultural laborers. In addition, there are an estimated 5 lakh migrant workers, 15 lakh construction workers, and various other rural non-farm workers, many of whom lack adequate protection in terms of minimum wages. With regards to the buses that are sitting idle in e-buses, sources in the transport department said that one of the reasons behind the delay was that the prototype being tested has shown technical defects. Minister Kailash Gailot said that the registration and integration of the buses with the command center, panic buttons, GPS takes time. Buses will be flagged off soon by Honorable CM. The DTC official said that there were defects linked to acceleration in the prototype, and this had been communicated to the makers. Works like registration, fixing the company stickers, and inspection with GPS takes time. All the work is complete, and soon the buses will be rolled out. Delhi has been facing a shortage of buses, with many existing ones nearly their end of the line. The Transport Department had in 2018 informed a court that Delhi was facing a shortage in public transport and requires 11,000 buses. Karnataka government launches website to seek feedback from people to solve issues plaguing Bengaluru. While a June 30 deadline has been set to send the feedback, Deputy CM DK Shivkumar said people can send in their resolutions even after that, but sticking to the deadline will help government discuss the ideas more effectively. Patna awash with posters hailing Nitish Kumar, Tejasvi Yadav and Rahul Gandhi. State set for opposition. State set for opposition. Opposition to show its strength. Ajit Pawar claims that Sharad Pawar is a bigger leader than Nitish Kumar, Mamata Banerjee or Arvind Kejriwal. I don't know what to say about that. Centre withdraws draft livestock and livestock products bill amid criticism. Government has withdrawn a draft livestock and livestock products importation and exportation bill after concerns over the provisions. After concerns raised by animal rights activists and other groups. Delhi LG Saxena flags delay by Aam Aadmi Party government in framing rules for audit of PDS fair price shops. His office sources said on Wednesday in a note on a file related to the matter, the LG has asked Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to personally ensure the quick completion of the process of notification of the rules to safeguard the public interest. Reacting to it, sources in the Aam Aadmi Party government, it would have been better had LG concentrated on law and order, which is his primary job, rather than issuing daily press releases against the elected government and creating hurdles. According to the sources from the LG office, even after 10 years of National Food Security Act 2013, Delhi is yet to frame rules for conducting social audit. Secretary of the Department of Food and Public Distribution, Union Ministry of Consumer Affairs said in a communication dated June 1st to Delhi Chief Secretary, mentioning that the government of National Capital Territory of Delhi is yet to notify the rules of the social audit. Following these developments, the Delhi government sent the file to LG on June 6th, seeking approval for notifying the rules they claimed already. Justice Umesh Kumar, retired, has been appointed chairman of DERC. Former Allahabad High Court Umesh Kumar has been appointed the new chairman of DERC. DERC by the President of India, a statement issued by Lieutenant Governor's office. The appointment is likely to fuel a fresh tussle between the LG and the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, as CM Arvind Kejriwal had approved the appointment of Justice Rajiv Kumar Srivastava, retired, as the chairman of the regulator in January. The appointment of Justice Kumar comes following Srivastava expressing his inability to take charge due to family commitments and requirements via a communication to the LG on June 15. Incentives for 300 crores for the promotion of the electric vehicles will be created in Punjab. An EV fund will be set up facilities to facilitate these initiatives. Protest over list of the tainted. Tehsildars go on mass leave. Revenue work will be hit for the next coming years. Punjab government to open 8 coaching centers and renovate libraries so that people need not go outside and study. Smuggling Hawala racket busted. Singer Gora has been held in Punjab. Delhi government to launch Cloud Kitchen scheme. The Delhi government set to launch the Cloud Kitchen scheme, which would benefit approximately 20,000 cloud kitchens and 4 lakh people. Delhi city markets to go online with Delhi Bazaar portal. The markets in the national capital will soon get a digital platform to reach out to consumers across the country and worldwide with the launch of the Delhi Bazaar e-portal, which will feature 10,000 vendors in its initial phase. Delhi government is in the final stage of launching the portal, which will soon be available to Delhi sellers, the statement said, claiming to be the first such portal in the country. CM Arvind Kejriwal chaired the high-level review meeting to access the progress of the Delhi Bazaar project on Wednesday. Industries Minister Saurabh Bharadwaj and other senior officials were also present. Within 6 months of its launch, Delhi government aims to bring over 1 lakh shops in Delhi to the Delhi Bazaar portal, offering them 24/7 digital storefront. So these are some of the news which I have as of now.